Hey guys, Sarah
And San.
and Bryony here from Work Life Glue, where we talk about gluing work and life together one piece at a time. And we are back for another Sunday. We're back for another 7-minute Sunday where we spend 7 minutes talking about a random topic related to work, life, and everything in between. And today we are talking about
Irregular schedules.
and kind of how that affects marriage and planning and family.
Just everything else.
So let's start our timer. Go.
All right. So I work as a chef at a hotel where the business varies all the time. My schedule is all over the board. I work random hours, random off days. Sometimes I'll start at 5. Sometimes I'll start at 10, 11, 1 p.m. It just depends. So that makes it difficult for Sarah to plan just about anything.
And he also never knows for sure when he'll be out, depending on business, because he's salaried. So it's not like 5 a.m. to 2 or something. It's 5 a.m. to...
I was told when we're comfortable, we leave, and sometimes it may not be 8 hours until 8 hours, or until like 10 hours or 12, depending on the season.
Right. And so also, like, he gets his schedule, you know, maybe, so his schedule runs from Thursday to Wednesday. And we usually get it like a week in advance. So we never really know when he will be off more than like a few days before, which is frustrating.
She's tooting.
Is she? Authentic.
Anyway.
Okay. So I guess you want to talk about just like how it affects you and how you manage it.
Yeah, it's just hard because I'm always tell Sarah, here's the days I have off. And it's just like, I would love to have a weekends off, but that's just not feasible in my line of work. Unless I was working at like, who knows, I don't know. There's special places that probably have that schedule. I don't have that. And it just makes it hard because I would love to have Saturdays and Sundays off to spend time with family.
Or even Sundays
consistently. Or just Sundays consistently, but it just, you know, business dictates that. And it's frustrating because on Mondays, if I have off, I end up doing errands, yard work, anything that needs to get done around the house, and I don't really get to spend quote-unquote family time the entire day with my girls, you know, so that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, that's it, really, you know?
Yeah. I guess, so I think it probably affects me more for multiple reasons. One being that I'm the more type A person in our relationship. I definitely am the type A person in our relationship. I'm the planner. I'm also quote-unquote the default parent. I just call it that because I never leave our daughters, and if I am away from them, it's like a pre-planned thing. Like I know he's gonna watch them, or I get somebody to watch them. It's not like I just leave, whereas he goes to work and it's, you know, I'm watching the kids. And I do daycare in our home, so I'm like literally always with them. So I think, as you know, because of that, it can be kind of frustrating because I don't get a break very often from being a mom. Not that, like, that sounds really bad, but it can be hard sometimes to be alone so much. And you know, I'm often by myself on Saturdays. He's usually working. So I think, you know, we've been together 12 years, and during that 12 years, we've never had the same schedule. So I'm kind of used to it. It's still frustrating, but it's something I've just grown to become accustomed to. And I think in our marriage, what we've really tried to do is, you know, work it to the best of our benefit. So like Sam said, he will typically like go get groceries on his day off, or, you know, take our cars for oil changes, or he'll go do a daddy-daughter date with our daughter if he's off on a day that I'm working. And then when I have a day or two where he's working and I'm off, like Saturdays, I'll spend the morning usually running errands, or I'll try to do some quality time with the girls. So they're getting some special time, or I'm trying to get stuff done. And then that night, I usually try to like go be with my family, my parents, because it's something we can do every week, and it gets me out of the house and it gets me around other people than being by myself, because I'm by myself all week with work. So I think, you know, if you have an irregular schedule with your spouse, like what advice would you give?
Well, in a nutshell, I would probably say make the most of your time off. Like, sometimes, a lot of times I do have Sundays off, but there will be stretches where I don't. So Sundays are sacred family days. We'll go, you know, go get donuts at a local donut shop, or go to a restaurant, or, you know, make time to go do something fun, like, you know, winter's coming, so we'll build a snowman, or, you know, go see Santa, things like that. Just really enjoy those days, you know, because, like I said before, you know, Mondays are my days off, and she's working out of the house. So
usually,
yeah, sometimes, but that's the only thing I could really say.
I think just staying open in your communication about what's expected during those times, and trying to make the most of it. And one thing we do too is we plan days off together throughout the whole year, that he asks off, I ask off, so that we for sure have some days set aside throughout the year that we're for sure off together. And we try to sometimes get stuff done, and sometimes we try to just spend time as a family, because we don't get, you know, 2 days every weekend together. And it means that we give up on time with friends and stuff more often, because if a friend's asking to do something but we're both off that day, we usually say no, because our family is the most important thing, and we don't get that time very often. So I would put that as a priority if your schedules don't align very often, is you need to make sure you're trying to take advantage of most of that time together. But dates and stuff are important too. So
very, very important.
You can always do daddy-daughter days when one of you is off, or mommy-daughter days, but when you're both off together, it's important to sometimes schedule dates and stuff, and we're not always the best at that, but that would be our advice.
So we were wondering if you guys have an irregular schedule. You guys have off random days, or days that don't line up with your significant others or family. And we just love to know down in the comments how you guys handle it, or what do you guys plan around it, or it's just something it's hard to plan around, because maybe one of you works 12 hours 5 days a week, the other one works the same amount, you know?
And I know some families who do opposite schedules to help with childcare too. I can't imagine that either. That'd be really hard. So, and let us know if you guys have like a question on this topic. We could even do a whole separate video on tips for this, give it more thought, and like have a whole video dedicated to it. But we just kind of want to talk about it, since it is something not a lot of people we are around deal with, and so they get frustrated, and they don't understand. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I can hang out that day.
It's a blessing to have off weekends.
It is. It really is. Together. Don't take it for granted if you have it. So
enjoy it for us.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back tomorrow for Vlogmas, but we will also be back next Saturday next Sunday for another 7 Minute Sunday. We'll see you then. Bye guys.